I see nothing else that can make this kind of money this fast, and have this kind of consistency with just, it's always gonna be there. It's never gonna go away. Like, it's not gonna be like a company that could pretty much shut it down any kind of way. This is like the world. Like, we're playing with markets.
Yeah.
It's a common thing with what banks do. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, like, it's stable.
Yeah.
It's stable income once you actually learn a skill set.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so what blessed me is by watching your journey, right? Is check this out. You've always been an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That in Forex was another entrepreneur endeavor.
Literally, yeah.
That just added fuel to the fire for you to fund everything that was already in you.
Yep.
And that's what your journey helped me realize. I'm like, Calvin, you're trying to become, you're not a Wall Street guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not that guy that sits behind a desk and just trade all day.
No.
You're an entrepreneur. That's why this skill makes sense for you. Because you want that capital in a way that's not limited, so that you can start spreading and doing other things. And so by watching you, it made me awake inside and say, yo, I'm looking at trading the wrong way. I'm trying to make this a job when really I'm supposed to be grinding.
You know why? Because I think people, they look at trading, right? And they see it as such like a, like a suit and tie, like a, like
that's
white collar and that kind of stuff, right? But coming to work like this, already like locked in like over like $90,000 from the day started. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the chart still and that kind of stuff, but I'm dressing like however I want to dress, drive like whatever I want to drive, like suit and tie. Like, I was a bad history, like within like a bad past, for example. Like, it's not going to really affect like what you have going on in trading.
Yeah.
I have felons that pretty much are traders now in Wall Street Academy. You know what I'm saying? So whatever kind of past that you had, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really judge any of that. It doesn't judge like about color, like how you dress, nothing like that. So like, I feel like it's just, the thing with trading is just one of those things that anybody can do it, and you don't have to have a suit and tie on to do it.
Yeah.
But people that think like that, I'm like, yo, like, you got to think outside the box. Like, trading is a thing that you could be whoever you want to be. Like, you could dress however you want to dress. Like show your true self, but just also use this white collar type of business, but also stay true to yourself the entire time.
The entire time.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not gonna switch up now. All of a sudden, I'm making money now. All of a sudden, I'm wearing a suit every single day. Nah, that's whack.
Exactly.
I'm not being like my true self.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
So now we talk about the cars, right?
Yeah.
That's a reflection of who you've always been.
I've always been.
So of course, when you start making more money, who you are is the same.
Yeah.
So as you make more, your likes increase.
Yeah.
The things that you already love increase.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because I want new beginner traders to find themselves.
Yeah.
Not what the internet tells you have to be.
Yeah, but I also want new beginner traders not to feel so fixated on just like that.
Exactly.
That big item.
Yes.
You know?
But for them, it may not be
there.
the cars.
Yeah.
For them, it may just be time with the family.
Remember, trading just gives you an opportunity to like fund like whatever you're into.
That's it.
I'm just into cars, so like I do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're into traveling, okay, cool. Travel from the world at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that you want to do then and go about that. But I'm saying, like, just there's people that pretty much now found out about me yesterday and then they're looking at Lambos the next day because they're on my page, but realizing that like that's 9 years worth of work.
Worth of work.
You know? So I tell people all the time, like, if you just learn about trading, do not go on my page.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some people get swindled. Like, they feel like, yo, listen, like, damn, this is that easy? No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. But it's rewarding, though.
It's rewarding, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if people did the research, right? And that's what I admire because you never changed.
Yeah.
The ambition, it has always been the same.
Yeah.
So when you look at everything now, it's like it's just multiplied the things that you've already been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But how can it fade, though?
It can't.
How can it fade?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could play in here and make as much as you want to now, but I feel like also like it's very important to like, you know, get that first withdrawal. So you could actually see your efforts from here and then how it plays out in your bank account, you know?
Yeah. So I want to bring something else up. So you were working at Target, right? Already trading.
Yeah.
And I've heard you mention this story a lot, but there's one thing that I pulled out that I want to bring out to people, right?
What, like a Target story?
Yeah, the Target story, right? Yeah. So you're working at Target, and you had already been trading and making money, right? You were already driving a good car at that time, but you were still coming to work. And I think people miss that part. And so I heard you say, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you said you had a 1K day, and it just hit you like, why am I still working here?
Nah, so what happened was...
talk to me.
What happened was that first 1K day was me coming out of sociology class, like Broward College. And that's when I hit my first 1K, and I was like, you know what, fuck, like, this is shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Closed out, bum, 1K, first ever. The reason why I had that epiphany at Target was I was actually, they held me overnight a little bit, right? Carts were everywhere outside. I still have the photo too. Carts were everywhere. Like, it was a super Target. Cars are literally all over the freaking parking lot. It's a huge parking lot. There's literally cars like, in gutters and that kind of shit also. And then it starts to drizzle and that kind of shit. And then we're all outside fucking scrambling to pick up these carts. It's all over the fucking thing. I already had a good day inside the market, like all these things. And I'm like, yo, like, some people that are working there are taking off their shirt. They're in tank tops. Like, they're not paying me enough to go to do all that. So that's when I was like, yo, yeah, this probably is not it, honestly.
It's not it.
But some people are, that's their it, you know? And I was like, yo, like, I'm beyond this, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not ever gonna be able to take off my shirt and pick up carts.
Yeah.
You know? That was like the final, like, situation that happened. But the one that was prior to that was, I was billing FIP at the time, and then the student was pretty much trying to get my help. And I was on my lunch break, and I was trying to help him out and everything to get him, like, sign up and that kind of stuff. And I was like, yo, I want to help you out, but I got to get back to work. And I hung up, and I'm like, hold on, wait, did I just say it? Because I'm like, yo, listen, like, I'm trying to help him leave his job, and I'm still at my job. I'm like, that shit makes no sense. So the amount of pressure that I'm putting him under, I should be doing the same thing to myself.
Yeah.
So that's when it made no sense, and that's when I had put in my 2 weeks and that kind of thing. That's when I had all those other situations until I left. So I'm very, very respectful. So I did put in 2 weeks. I stayed those 2 weeks until I left.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna leave a job and leave everybody just dry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm open to just staying those 2 weeks and then leaving respectfully. And even some people from Target till this day, like, they'll see me out and everything, and they'll just,
So do you ever go there and see people that were there when you were there still working there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't look down on people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
course,
yo, like, but they're older people and that kind of stuff. So I'm like, yo, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was pretty much doing like my path, and then if this is your path, then it is what it is. But I did tell you like what I was doing, and then you're seeing how it plays out. But it is what it is.
So at that time, though, you were already making money trading while you were still working there.
Yeah. Like, I still have some decent days.
Okay, and that's the point that I want to like bring out for us new beginner traders. Like, people just think, oh, he went from working at Target and then he is this big trade. But while you were making money, you were still going to work. A lot of people just want to, as soon as they get the first withdrawal, they want to just quit and just leave. But you were still showing up to work. And you got to a point where your obligations were forcing you like, yo, I'm running out of time. I can't do both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just feel like just real business people respect that. Like, they make those shifts.
You got to jump. Like, it's kind of like jumping and then build the playing like as you're falling. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, I think like after I quit, like the next day I just went on like the grass like in my complex and everything. I have a picture that I posted on IG also. Like, all this is on IG. The next day I pretty much just went out the grass and I laid out. I'm like, damn. All I said was, now what? You know what I'm saying? Because that's technically like the start of like something brand new. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not working anymore. You're trying to go fully committed with this one possible situation. But at that point, I was confident enough to actually, I could make at least $5K a month, at least that, to cover rent, to cover insurance, to cover like my car payment, like just enough to get by. But at that point, I already had like around $7,000 had saved up. So I was already good with as far as like at least 3 months of just bills. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I was good enough or confident enough to say like I could survive off these 3 months. And in 3 months, I'm pretty sure I could get my skill to the point that I'm making way more than what I need to just to cover bills and that kind of shit.
So it wasn't just I'm done, I'm gone.
Nah, never. It was that's impulsive.
Calculated.
That's impulsive.
Come on now, listen. I need y'all to listen to this. We pulling the nuggets out. I'm just trying to share this with y'all, right?
Yeah.
The man is calculated. Yeah. And bro, I've seen it. Like, for people that I admire in an industry that I know nothing about, I study.
Yeah.
Like you said,
yeah.
If you like started trading today, if you heard about Cubanks today, don't look at what I'm doing now. Go all the way to the bottom of the Instagram. Go all the way back on YouTube and look at that and then start building your way up. And so that's what I did. And I saw these little things. I'm like, wait, this man was still working. He was making money, still working. He was patient. He was diligent, working it, just planning that. And then it finally hit him like, okay, it's time to go. He was able to do that because he set himself up.
You know why? Because I don't like to double back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people that pretty much left their job, started trading, and then went back to a job. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, they double back. I'm not that kind of person. If I leave once, I want to make sure that I'm never going back. That's when I started actually just saying to the point, like, yo, I'm going to get so much tasks that they can't hire me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, by all means, like, if I had to get a job, I couldn't because I had everything done up. So that's when I was like, yo, listen, I'm going full-fledged entrepreneur. I don't care what happens. That's the path. Yeah. So that was literally like the motive right there. Like, yo, like, I'm going to get so much tasks that they can't even hire me.